What is up, YouTube? It's your friend Miriam, aka Lucky Number 78, and I'm here with a little unboxing. It's a little unorthodox. I'm not unboxing anything blind bagged or anything. I'm just sort of reviewing and showing you a toy that's been out for a little while. It's one of the Star Wars The Force Awakens lines, and it's the entire line. I don't know if I can pick this up. No, I can't. Well, I sort of can. Here it is. It doesn't come connected like that. Me and a friend, who is sitting right here, off camera, went through 3 different tubs of Hot Wheels cars at a Walmart to make sure we got the entire set to show you today. And it is the Hot Wheels Star Wars line, and each car represents a different faction, and there are 8 cars in the series, and we have 1 through 8 to open and show you today, sort of to let you know what's going on, and if you want to get us 1 or more of them, not us, if you want to get yourself 1 or more of them, you can sort of see how they look and how they feel, and, well, you can't see how they feel, but I'm rambling. These are 94 cents at Walmart, which is a good deal given that most of the other Star Wars vehicles, including the gimmicky cars like this, are at least $4. Most of them are more than that. So, this is a really good deal. It's a really fun set, and it's the first time I've ever collected an entire Star Wars set or an entire Hot Wheels set. So I am really excited to open these up for you. The first one is the Jedi Order, who are of course famous because the first film centers around them, and by the first film I mean the 4th film. And by the 4th film I mean the first film. And it shows Ewan McGregor, who was in the 4th film, not the first film. Just so we're clear, I'm talking about the Jedis being in A New Hope, not Phantom Menace. But, they got something called a Scorcher. And let's open this up. Sorry, Obi-Wan. This is really not wanting to open. There we go. And you know what? This has some nice detail. The interior is a yellow chrome behind goldish brown orange windows. It's a little futuristic-y. The seats are a little different than what you might expect. There's a yellow interior on the engine as well. There's a Jedi symbol on both sides, and it just says Star Wars on the hood. And there's these cute little tail spoilers, dual spoilers on the back. Unfortunately, the bottom is just white plastic, which looks really cheap. And this car is copyrighted 2009 Mattel, despite being included in a 2015 Star Wars set. It has, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. It's got a little bump over the driver's seat. If anybody knows what that's for, please let me know. And I love this reddish rust color. And there's some nice detail on the grill there too, which you can't see. Rip. Ugh. Autofocus, thou art a cruel mistress. All in all, I'd say this is definitely super cute and one of my favorite Hot Wheels already. Very much like the gold and pearl details on the door. Moving on to number 2. the Sith. We have Darth Maul on there, as well as Christopher Lee and Emperor Palpatine. And this is a Scopa de Fuego. Now the Sith are pretty much the big bads of the Star Wars series, starting with Vader. And they represent the dark side of the Force. They're basically dark Jedi. And this one is even cooler than the last. This is also copyrighted 2009 Mattel. And it's got a navy blue plastic on the bottom. There is Force Lightning, which is Emperor Palpatine's attack that Darth Vader also uses, on the side there, and a red Star Wars emblem, which is barely distinguishable. It's this thing that looks like a YouTube logo. And the hubcaps are painted red, which is a nice touch. The model of the car is very Italian, very sleek. There's some really nice red detailing in there, and some nice red detailing on top as well, and a Sith symbol between beams of Force Lightning. The interior is barely sculpted, and it's hard to tell if it's red or chromium. This is very nice, actually. So that's number 2. Let's go to number 3. It's the Galactic Republic. We've got a Stormtrooper on there. It's an Impavito 1. And let's open this up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Queen Amidala in charge of the Galactic Republic, or am I making that up? It's been a very long time since I watched any Star Wars film, but I'm very excited for the new movie, so I will be rewatching all of them. This has the same strange futuristic interior as the Jedi ship car. The only difference being we have an engine in the back with a clear place to admire that, and large side windows. There is a gray Star Wars logo and what appears to be an X-Wing detailed on the roof, and this cool spoiler that also mimics the X-Wing's design, which is strange because the X-Wing is not a Republic vehicle. We have a Republic emblem on the door there, and this one is copyrighted 2014. So this is getting more in line with what we expect. Next one is the Separatists, and it's a Sinistra, and I honestly don't recognize this droidish looking fellow. Is he from one of the cartoons? I do not recognize him. Alright, let's open him up. And this car is really cool. We've got a opaque-ish black window. You can actually see more detail than you can see on camera. And logo on the side, gold hubcaps, and a nice blue detail throughout, and a white Star Wars logo on the hood. Some interesting black details on the back there. No detail, no treads on the tires. But one thing I will say in favor of this that makes a huge difference to me, and if I were watching this review, I would write this down and then go to the store and get this one. The bottom on this one is metal. It's cheap, plasticky metal, but it's metal and not plastic. And it's black. Black metal. And that is copyright 2015. So this is a new design, presumably, for The Force Awakens. So if that matters to you as well, this is a really good reason to pick this up. Next one, Rebel Alliance. I can already tell this is my favorite so far. We've got Luke Skywalker on the package. The only one of these I could find had a slightly damaged package, but that's okay because I'm opening it up anyway. This one is leagues above everything else. I mean, it does have a plastic bottom, but it's orange, which is really cool. It's the correct shade of orange. And there are treads on the tires. It's a cool race car looking body. I didn't check the model. The model is Enforcer. The copyright is 1982, so I believe this is a redesign of an older body, which is probably why it's so much better and so much more detailed. The paint job is better too. There's more interesting. It's a little vintage-ized. Unfortunately, the windows are truly opaque black plastic. There's nothing in there, but there are details of classic Star Wars blasters on both sides with the insignia of the faction. This one is by far my favorite so far. There's a little jet engine, little thruster on the back there. I love this car, and little red hubcaps. I would say go out and buy this one immediately. That's what I would say. If you have 94 cents to spare, that's where I would spend it. Alright, 3 to go. We're on number 6 of the series. This one looks pretty sweet. It's a prototype H-24 with Darth Vader on the package and classic stormtroopers, and it is the Galactic Empire, which we know how bad the Empire is, and Emperor Palpatine. This one has an exhaust fan on the front. That's really interesting. And then it's got... It's weird. It's got a chromium silver plastic bottom. The windows show some interior, but I don't exactly see what it is. And the front is modeled... Is it the front? Yeah. The front is modeled to look like Darth Vader's helmet. We have an Empire symbol on the side there, and the hubcaps are unique from all the others. The spoiler design is also very interesting. And the design of the bottom is interesting too. It's just a shame that they chose a chrome plastic instead of a metal. That is 2007 copyrighted. I just smacked my microphone, and I moved it, and I know you are going to hate that if you've used headphones, so that's exciting. Here's the Resistance. This is a new faction for The Force Awakens, as the back of the box tells us. From the Galactic Empire to the Rebel Alliance, this series of intergalactic Hot Wheels celebrates some of the most iconic factions in the Star Wars universe. It also highlights 2 new groups introduced in Star Wars The Force Awakens: the evil First Order and the heroic Resistance. So naturally, I'm expecting more from these last 2 cars. These are the flagships of this line. It has all the new characters we're supposed to care about. Poe, Rilo, I think her name is, and Guy with the helmet. Basically Han, Luke, and Leia of the new generation. This is the Fast Felion, and the reason why I say it like that, even though it's just stylized Fast Felion, is that on the bottom it's stylized with a capital L. So Felion, not sure. Honestly, this car looks pretty generic. The copyright is 2008. Maybe I was wrong to expect the flagship to be better quality than the rest, which blows my mind. But they used plastic for the bottom. We have a little chromium detail from the rest of the car coming out the bottom. Cool yellow windows. A little interesting chromium trunk detail. Awesome Resistance sign. Some of the orange and black and white and gray color scheme of the Rebel Alliance. This one's a little disappointing. I mean, I like the Italian design, how there's this slim middle body waist area. But I find this a little disappointing. I expected more from the heroic resistance. And the last one here is an Etorium of the First Order. I think they're the bad guys. They're evil. It says they're evil on the back, so they must be evil. With Rilo Ken. That's who I was thinking of. Sorry, Star Wars fans. Who is the fellow with the three-pronged lightsaber that we've been seeing in all the trailers and promotional merchandise. So, maybe I'm wrong to expect a lot from the last toy in the series, but number 7 was the only true disappointment, so we'll see. Number 8 of 8. This one is really interesting. It's copyrighted 2008, at least the body is, but they did some really creative things on this. They used a dark red or maroon or burgundy plastic for the bottom. The tires are not treaded, but they have really nice red hubcaps. The door is detailed with a sort of hexagonal pattern. That is hard to see. It's right there. Good gracious, mine is coming apart. That's not good. There should have been some more glue here. This is coming off. It's got the First Order symbol on it, and it's got Rilo Ken's lightsaber pattern, and a really cool grill. And the back is cool, but the interior plastic is coming off. Okay, it does not seem inclined to come off entirely, so that is a good thing. You can see, even though I tried to get it off, it stayed firm, despite popping out on the back here. So that is an issue to look out for if you're wanting to buy yourself one. And there's a cool little detail of some kind of gas tank on the back there, these little sausagey thingies. So this one's cool. It's not my favorite in the set, but they did an interesting job of mixing metal, plastic, different details of different materials. So I liked that one. It was not my favorite. I would say my favorites are the Rebel Alliance and the Sith. But I would like to hear your comments and thoughts and questions. So please comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think, if you're planning to get any of these, if this helped you in your decision, if this didn't help, ways I could improve. That's fine too. Yeah, and I look forward to your comments, and thank you for watching. Really, it really means a lot to me. And until next time, since I hope there will be, please come back and see me. Until then, stay beautiful and peace.